Hey everybody, it's your girl Lady Couture, the voice of all media diva. I have a special guest today. It is my good friend, my good TikTok family member, social media family member, Kire is here. How are you, sir?
Hey, sis, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm here. It's Sunday, so I can't complain. I can't complain at
True.
all. So, I wanted to bring you here to discuss a topic that um is talked about a lot. I feel that it's talked about only in one category, the misogyny. So
Hmm.
it's like everybody wants to put it just on misogyny on hip hop. Um,
Right.
I mean, which is true. We
It's
see
in there. Yes, a great part of hip hop. Yeah.
it's a very big part of hip hop, but what people don't understand is just not in hip hop. It's all over a wide range, whether it be in sports, whether it be in entertainment. It's just pretty much all over.
But misogyny runs the world.
It That right there. Ooh, I'm gonna use that one. It does. It absolutely does. So when you hear the word, and I've asked this with other people that I've interviewed, when you hear the word misogyny, what is your definition of it?
I think misogyny is just is men who are just these barbaric type of men that think that they have to be in control,
Hmm.
and like the type of men who will lose control once they find out they don't have control.
Hmm.
And it's like I have to browbeat you. I have to, I have to be on top.
Hmm.
And you brought up hip hop. It's like back in the day when they had the battle, and Roxanne Shante won this battle. She defeated everybody, but the judges, and one judge in particular, came to her and said, Curtis Blow, to be in fact, said, "You did win, but there's no way we could allow a 15-year-old girl to beat a grown man because
Mm.
she destroyed Busy Bee,
She did. She
demolished him,
she did.
and they gave it to him." I was like, I'm when you listen to it, it's like, what
Hmm.
did you hear?
Yeah.
But when she broke it down, she said, they came to her and told her there's no way we can give it to a 15-year-old girl. That's misogyny at its
Yes.
best in hip hop.
Yeah, that is. And it's also as well as in like entertainment when it comes to acting with actresses. When you have
Yeah,
Taraji or Viola Davis, when they're talking about, hey, I'm not getting paid the same amount as a Glenn Close
exactly.
or anything like that. It kind of like misogyny kind of plays not just like with females, but also with race, I guess you can say.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because I feel entertainment, okay? Because I feel the whole Monique situation.
Hmm.
She been a Caucasian man who wanted to stay home and be a father to
Hmm.
their children. They're just like, oh, it's okay. Yeah, we can get the other co-stars to go and promote.
Hmm.
But no, that's just my opinion.
Hmm.
Because she wanted to be, and that's what a lot of people don't understand about that story. She had went through hell because she was out there making a name for herself. Women, you all have to work three times as hard.
Yeah.
So she was out there becoming the Monique that she is, and when she didn't have time for her older son, Sherrod. So
Hmm.
then she actually had the twins. She like, okay, I got it right. I've arrived. So she thought, I could just, stay home, just do this. When she broke that down, it was like, no, ma'am. If you don't go, then it'll be this, and this.
Yeah.
So she knew what it was going to be. She just didn't know it was going to be to that extent.
Right.
And
Right.
that's and I believe that's massage. I believe it had been a man who wanted to be a family man, they'd be like, okay, cool.
Because it's kind of like when you go into, like, when you see a lot of these artists, well, women like Cardi B, and other women who want, like, when you said with the Monique situation, having a baby, starting a family, it's like, oh no, you can't do that right now. Your
Right,
career is going to be messed up. But then you have somebody like Nick Cannon who can sit up here and whew, have 10 to 12, and it's okay.
right.
So it's just kind of like, it's my thing of it is, it's like with misogyny, it's like, when will women, or what can women do? Because I mean, you're in the entertainment field. You've been around it for a
Hmm.
long time because you a DJ. So you've seen it. So it's like, what experience, or have you seen, like, what have you seen? Like, honey, you have lived. So you so you know or seen and you know a lot of celebrities and stuff like that. So
I've just seen really, I really have seen up close and personal the unfair treatment of women
mhm.
in entertainment. Well, in entertainment, also I've seen it being in the corporate world as well, unfair treatment of women in the corporate world. Because women, you all, now this has always been my opinion, and I've had men come to me and tell me, you're a simp, blah, blah, blah. But I just always believe women are smarter than men.
True.
Because the way you all move and how we move.
Mhm.
Because they say men are dogs. So men will go out here and just do what they do and in the open. I'm a man, I can do this. But if
Right.
y'all do say that, but y'all are covered like a cat. Y'all are covered up and smoothed up so we can't even smell it. That's why I always say you all are smarter.
Yeah.
But I have just seen the unfair treatment. Like, well, if she's more qualified, why not give her the position?
Yeah.
Bro, that's so. And men have been in top position and said, well, she's a woman.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. But
Yeah.
she's qualified. She's more qualified than this man that you're trying. I remember when I worked at Blue Cross. Well, I said the name now. Blue Cross.
Mhm.
And this woman, very, very intelligent, no, is very intelligent. And they passed her up to give it to Caucasian man who she trained.
Wow. I've seen that. I have seen that in corporate America where you get the woman who knows everything, who's been there for years, who
Mhm.
knows it like the back of her hand to train somebody else that just came in off the street, and then boom, they get ahead, and it's a male, and they get
Yeah,
ahead of
and
her.
that's a slap in the face.
It is a slap in the face. And another prime example, the um the election.
Oh, that's
Th-
the best example.
That's the biggest misogyny. Like that it showed a lot uh of like a lot because it was like, no, we can't have not even just with Kamala, but with
Hmm.
Hillary. It,
Right, it was the same thing.
yeah, and then they say, oh, women are too emotional. How? I'm sorry. What's going on right now with this breakup with between the bromance? Who's emotional? I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm sorry.
They look like scorned lovers, both of them, going back and forth.
Well, you did this, and then no, you did this. Well, I got
Right.
this on you, and this on, and I'm like, so y'all said women were emotional where? Because and he's been emotional since his first term. Like I'm just trying to understand, and that's the thing that I just it just baffles me with that. Like
Mhm.
I know you talked about. So what are your thoughts like on just all of this with the election and just everything that's gone on.
Well, the election, I get extremely pissed off. Now, I've been told that I took things too far because people who I know personally that voted for him, I cut them out of my life.
Okay.
I was told that I took it too far. You
Okay.
take things too far. I was like,
No, you're not.
no.
No,
I said,
you're
because no, because you're against what I believe in. You're against me as a LGBT person. You're against women who I love. You're against my mother who is a senior who's on Medicare.
yeah.
Needs it. As me as a caregiver for her because she's has Alzheimer's. You're against all that. So why would I be friends with you?
Thank
I
you.
know how you vote. I said because I said to me, you vote according to your moral clause
Mm-hmm.
and where you stand morally. So you're showing me. And
Mm-hmm.
now look at the mess that we're in.
Yeah.
So now you have people who saying, I want to retract my vote. Ma'am, sir, it's too late. We're here. Thank you. Even though, but on that part, I am like, I'm torn because we just heard the scoring lover say he wouldn't be in if I hadn't bought that seat, which we already knew that. But now here's a
True.
horse saying it. But now
Yeah.
here's a horse saying it. So what do we do now?
Yeah. I mean, I know that, and there's also
That's misogyny.
yeah, that's it. And even he said it when he at first got in office, talking about, well,
Right.
cheated, we cheated, to
Right.
do.
But see, the people when he said it, when Frumpy said it, everybody took it as well. He just talking out the side of his head. He's crazy. He's a little off. He always says this, so they didn't take it seriously. But now you have the horse saying it.
Yeah.
He said I bought that seat, so he's
Yeah.
there.
He's there because of me. And they're doing
Nobody's saying it.
yeah, it's misogyny. That's
Right.
basically what it is. You didn't want a woman to run, so you did everything in your power to cheat and basically to get that, on there, to get him in there for
Right.
that.
and then you have men who have come out on social media and said, "Well, I couldn't listen to a woman, so I voted for him."
I'm like, how
That's
did you
dumb.
listen to your mom? I just this is what I don't understand with misogyny. And I'm like, okay, you treat women this way, but it's like, how do you treat your mother? How do you treat your sister? How do
Mm-hmm.
you treat the women in your family, period? Do you treat them the same way as you do? That's I've always thought about that, like, especially when it comes to black men. It's
Oh,
like with black men, it's like, okay, you say you don't want to listen to a black woman or you don't want to listen to a woman. So
hmm
how was it for you growing up? Like, again, because I know your mom wasn't playing it. I
right.
just don't understand that. But it's so okay. So not just with the election. Now
Mm.
we have with this whole Diddy case, with the whole Tory Lanez, the Megan Thee Stallion,
Misogyny on top of misogyny.
on top of misogyny. So what are your because I know you talked about it a
hmm
lot, but what are your I want the people to see what are your thoughts on it? Um,
And I think, well, as far as Tory and Diddy, I think it's basically it's two sides of the same coin because
mhm,
men and some women who are just dead set on set this man free, set him free. Well, she's not a victim. She
mhm,
didn't get shot.
mhm,
She wanted it.
mhm.
Who signs up for abuse? Well, she sat in court and said she enjoyed sex. Okay, it's sex. Who don't enjoy sex?
Right.
But she did not sign up for abuse. And I had a couple of women get mad at me because I said, I think the women who are siding with Tory Lanez and it says that Cassie wasn't abused, I think you're the type of woman who loves to get her head beaten between the wash and the dryer every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday.
That is Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, right? That's what I said, and I always tell people with Cassie, well, how come she didn't leave? Well, it clearly says in the video, I mean, not says, but shows in the video her trying to leave. And I'll tell people, for me being a domestic violence survivor, it is easier said than done because at that point in my life, I wanted to, I guess, think that I could help that person get through whatever they're going through. That's why I stayed. It's not that easy to leave.
Right. And
Sometimes,
nobody taking and
right,
nobody take into consideration. She was 19. At 19, who wasn't dumb? Who didn't do some stuff?
right. Right. And then it's some women in their 20s. I was in my 20s, almost in my 20s, late 20s, early 30s.
And that's still, in my opinion, that's still young.
Yeah.
We were young and young and dumb,
Right.
or doing what we thought we wanted to do for love.
Right. Exactly.
And
So
that's yeah, that's anybody, male or female. You were just young and yeah.
young and dumb. Now, here's like a little, I don't want to say it's like a twist, but can I know for women can be misogynistic too.
Mm-hmm.
But I
What's it called? Massage and wash, something like that.
misogynoir, yeah.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel that that is kind of overshadowed with misogyny because nobody talks about the misogynoir.
True.
And it's overshadowed with misogyny because it's men have that more dominant um I guess that more dominant take or whatever you
Mm-hmm.
want to call it. So it's just kind of like it's just I don't know, men want to run the world. It's like
But yeah.
it's like that's it. So it's the thing of it is that what can be done for women to get ahead without having
Mm.
to sell themselves short to, basically give their body away, or do things to get ahead? What is it? Because if they say, especially with black women,
Yeah.
if we walk in the conference room or something like that with confident and head held high, like, hey, we want it like this, and then it's like, oh, you're angry, you're aggressive, you're this, you're that. So what do you think that women, especially black women, can do to get ahead and just like I don't want to say wipe out misogyny because you can never wipe it out. It's always
Right.
there.
But at least erase some of the lines.
Erase some of the lines. What do you think but women can do?
See, and that's wow. That's a tough question. I don't know because I just watched this interview with Terrell Hicks, and
Mhm.
she was saying how she wouldn't certain things she wouldn't do, which is why her name was never big. Because she's a great actress and a great singer.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
she talked about how, because there was a reunion for the Bronx Tale. And
Yeah.
she said certain things she wouldn't do
Yeah.
to get ahead, as like a lot of women do. Um, I don't know, maybe women, I don't know, put their foot down, but everything is ran by men. That's something like, even though women, like I said, women are smarter. That
Hmm.
is a good question. What can women do?
Yeah.
What can women do? I don't. What can women do? They have to find a way to find a way to get women ahead without doing all that.
I would say probably to basically start their own. Like you have a lot of women directors,
Oh
producers.
yeah, and I love that. Yeah, now you have a conglomerate of women just come together and
Yeah.
now that I would love that.
Yeah. And I mean now that's it. See, then that kind of raises another issue because sometimes all women can't work together. So it's kind of like, okay, how can we get ahead? We can try to get ahead, but then it's like we got to deal. Okay, we got to erase some of the misogyny. Now we got to deal with each other. So it's just kind of like, what do we do at this point? So yeah,
I think for the greater good, if things came at you, I think women can do it. Just have to put aside your differences and like let's work together. Like on the Golden Girls.
hmm
No one ever knew just watching TV that B. Arthur didn't like Betty White or Rue McClanahan. Because when that red light came on, they was to get that chemistry was together. Hey,
yeah,
I gotta do this. We gotta make this money. Let's do this. So if women come together and you can like put aside the differences. Now when
mhm,
the light is on, hey, we cool. And then after the lights go out, bitch, fuck you, I can't stand you. Yeah, we can do that. But coming together for the greater good,
yeah.
I think yeah, put aside petty differences.
Okay, that'll work. That yeah.
Mhm.
I think that'll work and have us have women move to the forefront and erase some of the misogyny. But
Yeah.
you can't erase it all because it's still going to be there and play
It'll
in.
be because men, most men are in charge.
Yeah, that's
So
that's
it'll be there, yeah.
that's pretty much it. Well, I thank you so much. Please let the people know where they can follow you. And you have like a new show and everything. You just booked it busy. I just can't keep up with you. And please don't hurt me. Like y'all, I'm trying to keep up with y'all because y'all just got everything going on.
You can follow me on social media. My name is Kyrie Senoj, Kiresenoj. It's all that's Facebook. Um Instagram is it's underscore Kyrie underscore again. And then TikTok is TSWK, which is stands for talking shit with Kyrie. And yeah, and I have a radio show with me and my co-host Ramona. It's on Cincinnati, it's on 88.3 FM. You can catch it anywhere in the world at waifradio.org/listen. And it comes on Friday nights. We're on from 11 p.m. to midnight. Pretty soon we're going to go to 10 to midnight, but right now we're 11 to midnight.
Nice.
So yeah, and this month is Men's Health Month. We celebrate Men's Health Month, Gay Pride Month, Black Music Month, and Alzheimer's Awareness Month.
Okay.
We're doing
Y'all
put
just doing the whole
together.
thing. June is
Yeah,
just full.
June is back. Yeah,
I love it.
y'all come through and check us out. You can call into the show as well.
Mhm. Okay.
513-961-8900. That's the number. Call into the show if you have a suggestion. You want to hit up on the topics that we talk about. We talk about everything.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah,
Okay. Well, definitely going to definitely check that out. Kyrie, I thank you so much. I thank you.
thank you for inviting me. Yes.
No problem. Listen, you don't always got to hear what you got to say. So I thank you so much. And I will let you know when it gets posted and published and everything like that. And then we will go from there, my dear.
Okay. Give me a breath.
I will. You have a happy Sunday. Thank
You
you.
too. Love
All right.
you.
Love you too.
Later.
Bye.